So you've just got pre-approved and you're thinking about finding your first home here in Chicago. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 things that you should know when you're starting out your home search here in Chicago. If you don't know who I am, my name is Carl Snell. I'm a local realtor right here in Chicago. If you ever want to get in contact with me, my information is down below in the description. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I'll be putting out new videos each week just for you. You just got pre-approved, you're excited, you want to find your home this year, and you're thinking about buying a home in Chicago. So what are some things that you should know before starting your home search? So the first thing that I always tell people when they start looking for a home in Chicago is that a lot of people here in the city are looking at the same homes. So there's only a certain amount of homes that come to the market each year here in Chicago. And you have to understand that we are in a major city here in Chicago. So, if you're looking for a place, sometimes it's going to take you a few chances before you can get your offer accepted. Just because, we are in a major city here in Chicago, and a lot of people, especially if it's a great home that's come to market, a lot of people are going to be looking at the same house just like you are. My second point is sometimes it's better to buy a home that has been well maintained by its owner versus going out and finding a home that's completely remodeled. Now, why would I say this? So if a homeowner is trying to sell their home and they've been taking care of the home throughout the years, and the roof is new and the floors are great and the kitchen appliances are newer style and everything works great, sometimes it's better than a home that's completely remodeled, because you have to understand when these investors buy the home, they buy the homes and they have a ton of issues, and their main focus is they're trying to make a profit when they sell the home. So depending on who's doing the rehab, sometimes those rehabs are not a great job. Sometimes the materials are cheap. And once you buy the home and you stay in the home for 3 or 4 years, you'll start to notice that things weren't done the way they were supposed to be. Now, not every contractor is the same. Some contractors do a great job, but we have to be aware that things may start to change over the years once you purchase a home that's been completely rehabbed. Now, if you buy a home that's been well maintained over the years and the owner's been making sure that everything that they've done to the home was done right, usually those homes are going to last you a while after you purchase the home. Now, can things start to not work in the home? Of course. Could some of the appliances stop working? Of course they could. But that's why you want to get a home warranty when you submit the offer, to make sure those appliances are covered. But buying a home that's well maintained by the owner is usually a lot better than looking for a home that's been completely rehabbed. Now, the third thing that I want a person to make sure they know or be aware of when they're looking for a home in Chicago is that you want to make sure that the tax amount that you see online is accurate. Now, when a homeowner in Chicago goes to sell their home, a lot of times they have homeowners exemptions that make the taxes look a lot lower. And when you get pre-approved, your lender is going to give you a tax amount that you have to stay under. So your agent is supposed to check that, but sometimes they don't. So the way that you can go and check is you can go to Cook County Property Tax Portal, and what you'll have to do is you have to download the second installment for the previous year, and it'll show you how much the taxes are without any exemptions, and then it'll also show you how much of an exemption they received, so you will know what to expect. So you want to make sure you know that property tax amount. You don't want to go into contract and then have a surprise a week or two in that causes you not to be able to close on the home because the taxes are actually higher than what you saw online on Zillow or Redfin.com. The next point that I want first-time homebuyers to know is that lowball offers can discourage the seller from accepting any other offer that you submit on the property, especially if it's a home that you really, really like. Now, we're all about making sure you save money, and we're all about making sure that you get the home on terms that you're comfortable with. But when you submit lowball offers, especially if it's your first offer, a lot of times you'll discourage the seller, because now the seller feels like you're not a serious buyer. And if they do end up accepting the offer after you've negotiated a couple times, you're probably just going to back out in a week or two. And when sellers put their home on the market and go into contract, it's with the purpose and the intent to close, and they want it to be able to close on time. So, if we're in a hot market, if a lot of people are looking at the same homes and they have multiple offers, if you start off too low, all they're going to do is just, you know what, we don't even want to bother with this person. We'll wait until we get the next offer, and more than likely the offer or the next offer that they receive isn't going to be a lowball offer. Now, there are things that you can negotiate in real estate. Everything is negotiable. You can, of course, negotiate price. You can negotiate the closing date. You can negotiate your earnest money deposit amount. You can ask the seller for inspections. The main thing is you can also ask the seller to pay your closing costs or a portion of the closing costs for you. So, if you see a home that you really, really like, you want to start off, if you want to start off under asking price, just make sure it's not $30,000 or $40,000 under asking price. Sometimes it works, a lot of times it doesn't work. You can probably start off 10 grand below asking, maybe 15 if you're not asking for any seller credits. Starting off at or above asking price, then you can ask for, usually you can ask for a lot more seller credits from the seller. So, that's just one thing you want to keep in mind. You have to think these people are looking to sell their home. What would you accept when you go to sell your home? It's probably going to be the same thing that they'll accept. Now, the last thing that I always want first-time home buyers to know, especially here in Illinois, is that Illinois does offer grants to help you with your down payment and closing costs as well. Now, anytime you sit down with the lender, you always want to ask if there are any grants that they offer that can help you with your down payment and closing costs. Now, you do want to know that there are income limits on these grants, so you do have to qualify for them based on your income, your credit score, and then the size of your household. But even if you go online, you can search IDA grants, or you can go to ida.org. That's ihda.org, and then they'll have a list of the grants that's available just through the state of Illinois. Now, some banks and some lenders, they do have their own grants, and there's some non-for-profit organizations that also offer grants. So you always want to make sure you have an understanding if that's something that you want to use. Some of these grants will raise your interest rate, so you do want to know about that. And then some of the grants you do have to repay if you go to refi, or if you go and sell your home, you'll have to pay those back. But if it's something that you need, if you want help with your down payment, if you want help with closing costs outside of seller credits, there's always some grants available for you. So make sure that you're asking your lender about those, or if you could qualify for them. So that's all that I have for you today. I hope the information that I gave you was helpful. As always, feel free to reach out to me anytime. My information is down below. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video.